Good morning. Today's session is classification of materials. Okay? How will you classify the materials surrounding you? Students, sometime you try to count so many coins in your home. Okay? And during that time, what will you do? You segregate the coins. Means you keep 1 rupees coin in one place, 50 paisa coin in some other place, and 5 rupees coin in some other place, and 10 rupees coins in some other place. Then finally you count. Okay. So this job makes you very easier, okay, to count the sum of the money. So in the similar fashion, what is classification? Means segregating and grouping the same things together. Okay, this is knowledge classifications. And let us take some examples. Just like you keep your shoes here in shoe stands, and the utensils you keep in your kitchens, and the bed you keep in your bedroom. Okay, so you do not keep your shoes in the dining room, isn't it? So means you are classifying the similar things, okay, in a particular place, which makes your day-to-day life very easier. So today we will study on what basis generally you classify things in your surroundings. Okay. So listen. Sometimes you find some objects which are luster. Luster means they have shiny surfaces. Take the examples of iron, steels, etc., aluminium and gold. So these metals shine, so they have luster. So you classify them, okay, as metals, okay, or luster metals. And some non-metals have also some lusters. So some other metals, lead, clothes, paper, etc., they do not have luster. So you keep them separate on the basis of luster. Again, smoothness of the surfaces. Sometimes you classify things based on the smoothness of the surfaces. Suppose you slip your hands over the mirror, okay, then the surface looks very smooth. If you put your hand on the stone, it will be rough. So on the basis of smoothness of the surfaces, also you segregate the things and group them. Third one is transparency. Transparency means whether light can pass through the objects or cannot. On the basis, so three types of classifications are there. Some are transparent object, means light can pass through it, and the object through which light can pass, glass, water, etc. Okay, and there are some other objects also where little amount of light can pass. Okay, just like through plastics. And you find many objects in your surroundings through which light cannot pass, just like cardboard, paper, and through these materials light cannot pass. So you classify this object as what? Opaque. So on the basis of transparency, you classify transparent, okay, translucent means little light can pass, and opaque means light cannot pass. Similarly, basing on hardness and malleability, also you classify things. What is malleability? Means you can beat the sheets and extend the area of the sheets. Also you can uh, make the material in the form of sheet. So this property is known as what? Malleability. Okay. So between some metals you can change the shape. Okay. And this is known as malleability. So the metal is known as malleable. Also, some metals when you beat, these takes long time to be flattened. Okay, so these are the hard metals, and some materials also you will find which can break easily. Take the example of chalk, coal, etc. Okay, so these are not malleable. Which are not malleable, these are known as what? Brittle. Brittle means can be broken on heating. And on the basis of floating and sinking in water, you can classify the things just like salt, paper, plastics. These material float on water. If you put iron materials or some heavier materials, these will sink inside the water. Next one is solubility. Okay, solubility means whether a substance can be dissolved in the solvent like water or any organic solvents. Okay, so if the materials are dissolved, then these are called soluble, and this property is known as what? Solubility. So these are the grouping of things on the basis of these flowing properties. And students, I want to discuss with you then what is the benefits of classifying things. Listen, just like the benefits of classifying things help you to have a systematic knowledge about the things. Okay, also have a general idea about the things. Means if you know the behavior of one thing, you can find the behavior of the things which are placed in this group. Second one is what? Know how the members of a group differ from the group of other. So these things will help you in the classification of things. Here I want to tell you very interesting thing, students. When you suffer from fever or cold, okay, you generally go to a doctor. You do not go to a veterinary doctor, because veterinary doctor is meant for treating animals, not for human. Okay. Also, if a doctor knows the diagnosis of a particular patient, and by knowing this diagnosis, okay, he will treat the other patients also who are suffering from the same fever or disease. Okay, so thank you. Your topic is over. Have a nice day.